Ladies and gentlemen, it's Psycho Sibs Gaming, and today we're discussing the top 5 worst players in Battle for Neighborville. These are the types of enemy playstyles that make you want to knock over your TV or throw your controller against the wall because they are so annoying to play against. Now, before we begin, if you can do me a big favor by dropping a like on this video, let's shoot for 100 likes, say. I'm trying to revive this channel to bring you the most entertaining Plants vs. Zombies content possible, and it would help me out a bunch. But anyways, let's drop into our countdown of the top 5 worst types of players in Battle for Neighborville. Coming in at number 5, we have the Scaredy Imp. Now, Imp is a powerful zombie on its own, but once Imp gets mech, it becomes even better and is actually unkillable in the mech form. Now, the Scaredy Imp player recognizes that they can't technically die as a mech, so they just blow up and eject, so they spend most of the match hiding, waiting until their mech is ready. This is annoying for the opposing team because you can't vanquish this player as they will always run away after the mech explodes, but also it's even worse to be a teammate of the Scaredy Imp because they contribute nothing while they sit in hiding just trying to boost their vanquish streak. And hopping into number 4, we have the PogoP. Now, the PogoP player abuses the pea shooter's super jumping abilities, natural floatiness, and overall small stature to hop around their enemies. And while it's not that easy to jump and shoot at the same time, so you have to give some credit to the opponent, it's still very annoying to fight one of these players. The constant mobility and tiny body is incredibly difficult to land hits on, and being the OG franchise character, it's quite common to run into one or more of these players in your game. Also, a similar playstyle is adopted by a lot of Imp players or Nightcap players, so they can fall into this category as well. And digging into our number 3 entry on this list, we have the Noob Chomper. Now, the Battle for Neighborville Chomper is actually quite a well-rounded character. Between the chomps, the long-range slobber shots, Scaredy Goop, and of course the burrow, Chomper is equipped to take on foes in any situation. However, from a beginner's perspective, the fact that you can use burrow and instantly vanquish an opponent is very appealing. And there are definitely players who roam around doing nothing but spamming burrow to get those easy kills. Shooting is hard. Why bother shoot when you can just consume? Obviously, you can't play effectively only spamming burrow to get kills. These players end up going on suicide missions to get one vanquish and then die, over and over and over. This is not helpful to the teammates whatsoever, and from an enemy perspective, it's quite annoying to get your vanquish streak ruined by an unskilled player who spends all of their time under the ground. And sprinting into our number 2 spot is just that, sprinters. Now, the major shift from Garden Warfare mobility to Battle for Neighborville is the ability to sprint with all characters. And sprinting is no joke in this game. You move fast, you can jump while sprinting, and you can sprint forever with no stamina limit. This has created a very popular and a very annoying playstyle where players will get a vanquish and then sprint away as fast as possible to avoid future engagements. It is so frustrating to get someone down to 5% health only for them to sprint away like a scared little baby. And because you can't shoot while sprinting, if you try to stop and take a few shots at them while they're sprinting away in fear, you'll likely just slow yourself down and ultimately lose them in the end. And as some of you may have guessed, my number 1 pick for the most annoying playstyle in Battle for Neighborville is the Brainium Basher. There is no way that the Brainium Basher didn't make this list, and this is the only category that just includes the upgrade in itself. If you use the Brainium Basher, you fall under this category. Now, the Brainium Basher Super Brains is by far the most infuriating opponent to come up against. The charge dash can one-shot most plants, but the real problem is the mobility of this character. It's so fast, and because it's so fast and can make sharp, unpredictable turns after dashes and uppercuts, it is very hard to hit. Combined with Super Brains having decent health to begin with, and 3 abilities that all do a lot of damage, you can use the Brainium Basher for mobility alone and just cycle through abilities to get kills. It's honestly ridiculous and, in my opinion, should not be in the game. And someone who is very talented at using the Brainium Basher, because I'll give it to you, it's not super easy to use like really well. So someone who may be able to use this really well Sure, you're talented, but you're still a complete nuisance to play against when you just flat out decimate my team. Anyways, that is going to wrap up today's video. I apologize to anyone who was on the enemy team while I was recording these clips of these annoying playstyles. I feel bad for you. But with that being said, please go ahead and drop a comment below. Do you agree with my list, and are there any other annoying players that you think should have been in today's video, or maybe I just missed them? Drop a comment below and maybe I'll include it in a part 2. Until next time, this is Psycho Sibs Gaming, signing off.
Let us have first as we go and you go in this turn.